This program is intended for mature audiences only and contains strong or potentially offensive language of an adult and sexual nature. So, listener discretion advised.
The views and opinions expressed on the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City do not reflect those of Vegas All Net Radio or its affiliates.
All music, stories, and characters are the sole property of their creators and are protected under international copyright laws.
Sierra, Alexia, Mama, and Sweet Cheeks are personalities put on for your entertainment.
The stories are real. The language is explicit. The behavior is unbelievable.
If you can't take the heat, get the fuck out of the kitchen.
Watch out for
Blasting to you straight out of Las Vegas, Nevada, it is the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City, starring Sierra, Sweet Cheeks, Alexia, and Mama.
Good evening, Las Vegas.
And people around
The world.
We both tried to do.
You guys got to figure out who's going to do that when Mama's not here.
All right. People around the world.
She's on her way.
She is
on her way. They had a tree fall down in the backyard, and
we have had some awesome weather in Vegas.
I don't know if you'd call it awesome, but
it's fucking humid as hell out there.
It is humid.
Gee whiz. It's good for my curly hair.
It is different from what we're used to.
It is. It's like I'm back in Michigan.
We went to your house Friday. Was it Friday? Friday night to do crafting, which we posted pictures of. Thank you for all the fabulous comments.
It was fun.
And the power went out.
That was awesome.
The deluge, what is it, like a 20-minute deluge? That was about it, 20 minutes,
yeah,
right?
It was about 20 minutes, and it was like pouring, and they're like, find the candles! I'm going around finding candles, and it was fun, though.
If we, however, would have been at my house, the often made fun of kerosene lantern collection would have come in very handy. But there.
But needless to say, the crafts, our bunny costumes,
they're so cute,
are getting made.
Yeah, I remember when we were making that decision, and Alexia was like, I don't want to wear no damn tutu. So we're like, that's all right, you can be a half. And then we're making our tutus, and she's like, I want a tutu now. It was pretty funny.
They turned out, I had to go buy.
I'm going to make my own tutu.
Well, and my fucking fat ass, 12 yards of fabric wasn't enough for my tutu.
You use a lot of tulle.
I look like Henrietta Hippo.
That's all right.
Funny. No, it was really
I liked
fun.
it. Mama started to trim hers up right before I was getting ready to leave, and it was so cute with the shortness.
I'm gonna trim mine up,
like
and I'm gonna
tutus,
put jewels on mine. I'm gonna bling it up.
So we're gonna have plenty of pictures from the night of the Have Some Bunnies party.
Today,
yes, I'm having a fucking hard time. I don't know how to put the damn chair down.
Woohoo!
There's a button on the underneath side.
Usually the fat ass that you put on it takes it down.
Usually those were the old fucking chairs. These are new.
There's a button underneath when you sit down on the right-hand side. It's actually on the bottom of the seat. Yeah, you're there. You got your fingers on it practically.
It's an indent button.
It's an indent.
Well,
you have to sit on it and then reach. Mama.
We are about to start this week, Thursday night, 11 straight days of Party City.
Well, I'm not going to do Party City, but
I am.
Yes, I know you
11 straight days, baby.
That's because you're a whore.
This is
nothing with me with a whore. I'm just social.
So I've been talking to a lot of people who have been asking me to do things this coming week or weekend, and I'm like, it's BBW busy season right now. There's no way that we can do any of that kind of stuff. So BBW busy season, which is July, mid-July, all the way to mid-August.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then Diva D has
That's
her awards.
Yep.
Is mid-August.
The BHM.
So until that whole month there, it's all taken up by
it's
fat people in Vegas.
Thursday night with Plush.
Yeah, I think it's so great that we have BBW Fan Fest in town. Well-Rounded, which is now the new Bash. NAFA is here in town, which is a advocacy group for fat people.
And then Plush has snuck in a few parties during that time.
Plush is gonna have
2 parties.
The Up and Comers party for Fan Fest, and it's got the opening Well-Rounded
Sunday night party, right?
Sunday night at the Golden Nugget.
That's kind of like end of Fan Fest, beginning of Well-Rounded.
Right.
It's the conversion. It's when the porn stars put their clothes back on. to become normal
I
fatties.
cannot wait.
When
to
they
see
go
the
from
porn
being
stars.
famous fatties to normal fatties. That's what
I
happens.
can't wait to see the porn stars in bunny suits.
Right.
That
This
is going to be
gonna
off
be
the
definite Kodak.
You do
moments,
realize it's
everybody.
more going to be like porn stars in as little bunny suit as possible.
I know that's
right?
that's gonna.
They're going to be
like-
competing.
Curve Media will be there.
Oh,
He'll have lots of pictures.
Expect lots of TNA.
If you
in his
go to
pictures.
Curve Media on Facebook, you'll see the pictures from our plush home invasion party.
Oh my
that he
God,
just
we gotta
posted
talk
today.
about that. That was last Sunday.
That
God,
was
it
last
seems like
Sunday.
so long ago.
I
We've
know.
done so much for getting ready for our stuff, but I don't know if any of you have listened or watched, but go back and watch that on our website because it was crazy up in there.
Yeah, it was. It was a lot of fun.
Neto did about 6 tattoos, I think.
Yeah,
And we had
including
go-go
one-
dancers
and we had a makeup artist putting makeup on the
a
girls.
masseuse.
A masseuse downstairs who would come up after every client to check out the party.
We had Sin City Bounty Punch.
Yes, made by the fabulous Robin.
By the way, I drank that whole glass of that stuff and I barely got buzzed. But that could be because I'm an
But it
alcoholic.
did take you almost. Did it
You
almost
are
take you
Irish.
3 hours to drink?
It did. I did drink
Because
it
I did the
take me-
same thing. It took me almost 3 hours to drink all of mine. So
Yeah.
I mean, if we would have downed
I
it
love
and then
the
filled it again
fermented
every hour,
I like the fermented fruit.
Oh yeah,
that
that's
was in
always
it.
good. The fruit at the bottom of the bowl is
it was
always
a
the best.
sangria
Such good
Sin City Bounty
stuff.
Punch.
Yeah.
And we
Sin
gave
City
away
Bounty
some
Sangria.
prizes. We had
There we
DJ
go.
Hex there, who will also be at FanFest both Friday and Saturday night.
Right, doing the Have Some Buddies party and then the plush party
Exactly.
after
No.
the awards.
He's doing the award show, isn't he?
No, he's doing the after party.
Oh, the
Right,
after
the plush
party.
party
the plush
after
party
the
after
awards.
the award ceremony.
Right.
At FanFest, which I hope I don't have to beat somebody up at that award party, at that after party.
I'm
and
just
steal
gonna,
their award.
I am going to be sitting there all night looking for less toil. That's all I'm going to do.
Because if he comes up, you guys do realize. Have you ever seen those videos of the Beatles groupie girls who like scream and faint when the Beatles walk by?
That will be so-
That would be Alexia.
I'll
if Les
tell- you know,
Toil shows
I'm
up.
playing Words with Friends with him, right?
Ooh.
And we haven't stopped
Do you-
since I initially
Do you
set up the game.
purposely not do high-scoring words so you
No,
let
I
him win?
kick his ass almost every time. I told him there's no quarter. I don't care how much I
So
love
when
him.
you meet him, are you gonna
But-
go, "Hi, I'm Alexia, and I beat your ass at Word of Words"?
But I still do giggle every time I open it up, and it's a Les Toil. Oh, Les Toil played.
You should play Draw Something with him.
Oh, I should.
Oh, that's an excellent idea.
Because I
Anyway,
bet you a Les Toil Draw Something is fabulous.
This last month, I have a lot more professional contacts on my Facebook page, so I changed my Dame Vegas to my real name.
Right.
If you still look for Dame Vegas on there, you can still find me, but I don't accept everybody as friends. You can follow me all you want. I think I got like 400 followers, something like that, which is great. But I changed my name, and so it changes on all of the things that are connected with Facebook. So on Words with Friends, it's now my real name. And Les Toil sent me a text that said, "Oh, I can't believe we're still playing a game. I didn't know this was you."
Oh, there's a secret something going on there.
And I told him, I said, you know, I had to grow up a little bit, use my real name. And he goes, "Oh," he gave me his real name.
Oh, this is getting serious now.
Uh-oh.
Serious.
Does Silent Mike have anything to worry about?
No.
You sure about that?
No. Yeah, I'm sure about that.
He's like, no. You telling me if Les Toil asked to put it in you, you'd say no?
Probably, yeah. I love my Michael, and that's part of my catch up. But
Oh no, I would have
I-
it be like a
oh,
condition of our.
but I'll tell you, I would spend all night with Les Toil just talking. Because he's one of those guys like Neil deGrasse Tyson. I have the biggest crush on him because he's fucking smart as hell.
Right.
And he could just talk about astrophysics and space and Pluto. And I would just go, oh.
You know who I'd give a blowjob
Uh-huh.
to? Stephen Hawkins. Yeah.
I didn't know we were talking about blowjobs. She said spending the night with Les Toil.
That's where the show always goes.
It does
We always
always
end
go
with
that way.
blowjob. Or,
So if you could
put
give
it in
a
the butt.
blowjob to anybody on the planet, who would it be?
Vin Diesel.
Will you stop answering questions for me?
Well, we all know. Everybody knows this answer.
Well, oh shit! Forgot to put my phone on silent. There's a whole list of them.
Really? I'm trying to
You
think.
have your
giant
list?
list.
You have your
I'm trying
list?
to think,
I have a
like,
list. Yeah.
I
Does
don't
Ken
think
know about your list? Crap.
It's a blowjob.
He does now.
What's crap?
Callie guy does
Callie-
know about
does
my
Callie guy
list.
know about your
He knows now.
Well,
Oh.
Oh, no, he
that's
knows.
the purpose of the list, right?
Right.
You
I'm
have
trying
this
to
list?
think if I could blow anybody on the planet, like I don't get like starstruck, so I'm trying to think like I think it's sacrilegious if I say Barack Obama. Like that just doesn't sound right. That
Sacrilegious?
No, but I would totally go down on Michelle Obama. I would totally do that.
I would totally watch.
You know why?
Oh yeah.
Because then you get the best of both. You know why? Because you get the best of both worlds. Because that's where the president's been.
Leftovers. Oh.
I don't.
Or I'd like to be the Oreo, the white creamy part in that Oreo cookie. That would be pretty fun.
When I was.
Oh my God! I just can't handle this talk about the president.
But wait a minute. I just have one thing to say. What if he pulls out big black monster cock? Then what do you do?
Oh, that's right, big back floppy monster cock.
Barack does have big.
I'm gonna have to. It's for. I
you
am
have
a
to take one for the.
I'm a patriot
for the country.
I am a patriot. I'm a veteran. I will do it through and through for my country. Just like I'd have blown. Well, not George Bush, but I'd have blown Clinton. Oh yeah.
Oh, who wouldn't have blown Billy?
I think there was already a line.
Unlike Monica Lewinsky, I would have been a witness for the defense. I'd have been like, of course I gave him a blowjob. He's the fucking president. Are you telling me you wouldn't give him a blowjob? If it keeps the country safe, give him a fucking blowjob, for God's sakes.
Keeps the stress
Keeps
off.
him away from the red button. Of course, Clinton wasn't going anywhere near that red button. He was more of a black ops guy.
Yeah, he was.
He was more like, sneak in, get it done, come out, and then we'll tell everybody.
Kind of what he did with the sex life, too.
Exactly. Told you, black ops, baby.
I'm just sitting here thinking, if I could blow it, maybe the Rock.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Rock? Really?
Now, I wouldn't necessarily have sex with less toil. I want to say necessarily have, because I'm not going to discount it, okay? But
because if Silent Mike said, if she went to Silent
Pass.
No. If she went to Silent Mike and said, Les Toil just asked me to have sex with him, he'd say, go for it.
Anyway, so I wouldn't necessarily.
Anyway.
I wouldn't necessarily have sex with Neil deGrasse Tyson or Les Toil or any of those people that I'm enamored by. But I would probably ignore Michael to talk to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it would sort of be, Mike, you got to go do your own thing, because I want to spend some time with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I know who I'd give a blowjob to. I just remembered.
So I think that's kind of along the same lines, because you don't want to disrespect your partner either.
But you would
look, the celebrity list is not a disrespect.
Knowing your partner, knowing Mike, he would be okay with you ignoring him to spend a few hours with Les Toil.
He would.
Talk. He would be. It's like this is her idol.
Because
he would be way
I
good.
would so be the same with him if he ran into somebody that he was really enamored by or really wanted to talk to, which we've actually done when it comes to business and stuff. If I've met somebody out there who's like a Twitter king and I want to go pick his brain,
right?
He says go.
That's good.
Get what you can, and if he's got someone that
that's all trust, and that's all
that is.
and that's what it's all about.
But I would just ignore Silent Mike for just an hour with
and
Les
he would
Toil
be okay
to
with
talk
it.
to him.
Good.
And
I think I would love to blow the imp.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I would.
He's really popular right now.
He's
how many
nominated
Emmys?
for another Emmy.
Yeah.
I would. You know what? I want to do that, man. I do.
And I want to see that fat chick midget porn right the fuck there. I'm there to video that shit. Oh.
All right, Mama. Who's on your list?
Vin Diesel.
I don't have no fucking list right now.
Okay. No celebrity.
No
celebrity list.
Well,
No celebrity go list.
I have 3 favorite celebrities. Whether I would do anything like that shit or not, I don't fucking know right at this point.
Who are the 3?
Actually, Vin Diesel was on
yeah, we knew
top.
that too.
Until they all told her that DJ looked like Vin Diesel. Kind of changed that a little bit.
And Dwayne Johnson, of course, The Rock.
The Rock. Yeah.
And Will Smith.
Will Smith.
Those are my 3.
I heard that.
Those are my 3 top.
And,
No white boys on that list.
No.
Well, I guess Vin Diesel's is he kind of white?
Yeah,
you know what? He actually.
He's
let me tell you what I just learned about him. He actually, because we were trying to find out about what his nationality is, he actually keeps his nationality hidden. And did you know that he has a twin?
Yes, he has a fraternal
twin brother that looks nothing like him. Nothing like him.
And their last name is Vincent. That's where he gets the Vin from.
Yeah, I was like, this is supposed to be.
Did you know that he owns? Did you know that his production company actually owns the video company that produces all of the Riddick video games? And he purchased the rights to the character.
We were talking about this the other day. Riddick is not one of my favorite movies of his.
My nipples and Riddick. Oh.
I first learned about There was a book that I read by, I think it's Isaac Asimov many years ago, about a planet that was in perpetual sunlight. And then there was this whole astronomical thing that happened that threw the planet into darkness. And everybody just done crazy lost their mind. Right? And this happened like every 300 or 400 years. So the whole planet would burn itself and then start over again every 400 or 500 years.
Wow.
Because they lost their mind. There was no light. They didn't know how to live in darkness. So when I first heard of the movie, first saw the trailer for that movie, Pitch Black, that he did, I was like, I wonder if this is based on that book. And I watched that movie, and it was fucking awesome, but it was nothing like the book.
Oh.
No, it was nothing. It was nothing like the book. But the idea of a planet that's based in perpetual sunlight and then is completely demolished or terrorized in pitch black did kind of come from that idea.
They ruined his eyes though in that. They ruined the eyes.
That's because
it's all black eyes, and that's ugly. I don't know.
Because he's a fury.
Maybe I need to watch it again and see if I change my mind.
But I was the only two that I have on my list right now that I know for sure I would do. They're both black.
Wow.
Neil deGrasse Tyson and Les Doyle.
Well, mine are Vin Diesel, and he's an unknown.
Bill Gates. I would spend so much time with some Bill Gates.
I would too. I'd pick his brain.
A little person.
Little person, yeah.
Yeah, Sierra the other day when she got her nails done, she told me that she was going to pay for the stripper for my birthday party. It was a midget stripper, and his name was Tripod.
That's funny.
If I ever find
all the girls in the shop were laughing. Tripod,
I did hear
right?
that about little men that they have big willies.
I heard they had normal willies.
Well,
and then had normal size.
And then when you
willies, which
compare it to the
look
rest,
huge, right?
Right, yeah.
Look huge compared to the rest of their body.
Oh, I see. I heard they were overly adult.
I want to know if anyone knows a male midget who's totally willing to show me his rock hard penis.
Show us.
Us.
Show
yes,
us.
It would have to be
one, but I've never that I work with sometimes. But I've never asked him if he would show us his rock hard penis.
We need to do that.
All right.
Get on top of that. Literally.
Well, okay.
All right. So let's
Another
talk
one for
about
the team.
What else do we want to talk about in this first segment?
Can I talk about Trayvon Martin again?
Sure.
Because I'm pissed off.
Can we talk about all the idiots who didn't pay any fucking attention to the evidence that was given in court?
Here's my situation on this thing. I am the first one to agree that there is a lot of racial profiling that goes on in this country. You know, people like if you get into an elevator with maybe a black guy in a hoodie, you grab your purse a little tighter, or if one's walking on the same part of the street as you, you may move a little side. I realize this all goes on. But if you people out there had watched this trial gavel to gavel as I did, this thing is nothing about race.
And it's nothing about the stand your ground law either.
No.
See, here's the thing. Here's the thing that really pisses me off about the whole Trayvon Martin thing. They're starting to come out with all the studies now about all of the people who've been convicted and stand your ground and all of the crimes that have been committed. And they're like, more than 70% of the people who've been convicted are black. And I'm like, that's because 70% of the people actually perpetrating crimes are black. The numbers aren't high because we're, being racist against black people. They're high because more black people are committing crimes than white people.
And if this crime had been a black person shooting another black person,
we wouldn't have heard shit about it. As a matter of fact, it was less than a week after Trayvon Martin was shot and killed, there was in Georgia or South Carolina or something like that, there was a young white man who pulled his truck over to get out and rest because he'd been driving for a long time. He got out. 4 black men approached him, and they shot him 5 times and walked away and didn't take a fucking thing from him. They just walked up to him and fucking shot him. They didn't take his truck, didn't take his wallet. We didn't hear shit about it. Here's one poor white kid who got shot by 4 black men, and we didn't hear shit about it. And when you try to bring it up, when you try to compare them, of course the NAACP goes, yes, it was a tragedy, but those men were caught and convicted of their crime. That's right, and the man who shot Trayvon Martin was caught, he was tried, and he was found not guilty for murder. No one's saying he didn't shoot him.
Right.
They're just saying he didn't murder him.
Right. It was not premeditated. He did not hunt him down. And I guess, you know what? I have no problem with anybody making a stand for what they believe. But what's happening right now is people are just ranting stuff.
They're
And
rioting.
it's not even anything that happened in the trial.
Trayvon Martin was not Rodney fucking King. He did not get beaten for no reason by the police. There's no reason to riot in the streets about this.
What upsets me is I did not follow the trial, so I did not see it firsthand. I can only go off of what everybody's saying. But the loudest people are the ones that don't know what's going on either.
Exactly.
They're the ones making the opinion, and that's what bothers me is the people who don't even know what's happening.
That's exactly what bothers me.
I want to answer DJ. DJ says the question was asked, if Trayvon was armed and turned to confront Zimmerman due to fear of a person stalking him, would the verdict have been the same? Here's the thing.
I think that's what President Obama said.
If Zimmerman had come up to him and had said, hey kid, what are you doing in this neighborhood? And Trayvon Martin had turned around and pointed a gun at him, Zimmerman would have shot him then, and the verdict would still have been the same.
Yes.
Gun or no gun, the verdict would have been the same because it was Trayvon who put the fear of his life into Zimmerman. It was not the other way around.
And every witness and all of the evidence,
all of the physical, scientific evidence,
is that Trayvon was the aggressor in the whole thing. He's the one that was beat the shit out of him.
I ask people all the time in my neighborhood if I haven't seen them. Hey, what are you doing in this neighborhood? Do you know someone who lives here? What's up? Like, if there's somebody in the pool I've never seen before.
I do it here at work.
Oh, I do it here at work all the goddamn
you
time.
You just did it a few minutes ago when we were sitting up in the conference room.
Oh, no, that was me.
Oh,
but yeah.
Somebody did.
Yeah,
I do it all the time.
What are you doing here?
Are you waiting for someone?
Can I help you?
Need some help or?
Can I help you? Yeah. And I'm not nice about it. Can I help you? Which means if I can't help you, you need to get the fuck out. And they know that too when I say that. And you know what? If somebody attacks me because I asked them, if I came up to someone and said, hey, what are you doing here? And they turn around and come at me, if I had a gun, I'd shoot them. And I'd feel justified.
Well, you know what the thing is that this whole thing with this thing, the reason bullshit starts and problems start is for people blasting incorrect information, and that's what's happening. And what amazes me, as you guys know, I'm a news junkie and I jump the news channels. Every channel except Fox News, and I never listen to Fox because they're very Republican, but they are the only ones that are.
Most of the Republicans will tell you they're liberal.
I know, but what I'm saying is, I've heard the commentators on there taking the stand that Trayvon was the aggressor.
Wait.
I know what you can do is tell me what is your take on President Obama's comments on the Trayvon Martin case.
You know what? I got to argue with DJ for a minute. He said I didn't answer the question. If Trayvon shot Zimmerman, the verdict would have been the same. No, it wouldn't have been, because if Zimmerman had simply walked up and asked the kid, what are you doing, and Trayvon had shot him, then that would be murder.
Yeah.
How can you fear for your life if
there was no reason for self-defense.
Right. He wasn't being aggressive. He was being proactive in his duties as a neighborhood watch guy. And that's the kind of neighborhood watch guy I want. If he walks up to someone he doesn't know and goes, what are you doing here? That's his job. You know, that's what he volunteered to do. And if he gets shot in the line of duty of doing that, that's murder.
Yeah.
So
it's not self-defense.
The gist that I got from President Obama's speech this week about the Zimmerman case was that he thought it was a travesty verdict. And
I didn't get that he thought it was a travesty verdict.
He could have very well been Trayvon Martin when he was.
And he's very right. And what he was referring to, I believe, and based on the commentary I heard, is that the whole profiling thing. 35 years ago, he could have been walking in a condo complex and been mistaken for a hoodlum.
But here's the difference between President Obama and Trayvon Martin. If someone had asked him, what are you doing here? And he had just responded with, I got lost, or I'm on my way to a friend's house, or I had to stop to rest, he wouldn't have attacked the guy.
Well, that's true. But I think that what President Obama was talking about was just like I said in general. You know, if you get on an elevator with somebody, you may clench your purse a little tighter. You may walk, and that I believe.
I do that when a skeezy-looking white guy gets on the fucking elevator.
And you know, but until the world starts and again, I think this is what Barack Obama's saying, that the justice system did its job. He's not saying it didn't, but we do need to change people's perceptions.
We do.
And that's what it is.
That starts at home.
Exactly. Or when you see somebody with a turban, you automatically think, "Oh my God, they're going to bomb something."
No,
that's so ridiculous.
Would you like another slushy?
Well, that's like for them looking at fat people and saying we're lazy. Right. Well, none of us in this building room is lazy.
Right.
Exactly. So it's the whole same thing, and I mean, young black men, I'm sure, get profiled more than anybody.
I'm sure they do, and it is an absolute
And that's-
travesty
I
that
don't
that
think
happens.
it's more than anybody. I think it's just as much. It's just more prominent because it can result. That kind of discrimination
Well,
results in things like shootings.
Well, and unfortunately, if you look at the crime rates in certain cities, most of the crimes are done by young black men.
Well,
And you know, and in that case,
there are sociologists who say it's not because that they're young and black and that they're men. It's because they're poor.
Yeah, it's
well,
not.
yeah,
Poor neighborhood.
yeah.
If you look at it, it's something like 70% of underprivileged black kids are committing crimes. 70% of underprivileged white kids are committing crimes. It's just that there's less underprivileged white kids than there are underprivileged black kids. That's
correct.
That's a terrible caste
yeah,
system.
No, it's amount of statistics.
Right.
Yeah.
And the problem is that there's, poor, although poor in America would be considered millionaire in other countries, so it's, relative. But the problem is not that we're racist or that we're against black kids or anything like that. It's just that there is a disproportionate number of people of color, black, Hispanic, not so much Asian, they're all busy playing violins and doing math, that are committing these crimes. And it's not because we're committing more black people because they're black. It's we're committing more black people because there's more black people doing the crimes.
Well, and you know what?
And that's terrible.
I mean, and this whole thing is like a roller coaster or like a big wheel because, they say that a lot of this is because of fatherless homes. Well, how many urban children, which many of them are blacks, Hispanics, grow up without fathers?
Whites too.
Oh, I know. So I'm saying it's all a big thing that leads to the fact that we've got kids causing problems and the racially profiling.
It's not about their race. It's about their social standing. And until we can get people to understand that it's not about race, it's about social standing. It's about helping these people learn how to make themselves better. It's about teaching them the skills they need.
Here's the thing. You could take Barack Obama. Now, there's nobody socially standard higher than the president of the United States here in this country. You could put him in some old sweatpants, put a hoodie on him, and let him rock down the streets of New York, and guess what?
Yep.
He's going to be profiled.
Yes, he will.
Exactly the same.
You're
and that's a damn
right.
shame.
You're absolutely right. If he's walking around, he's got a hoodie up, and it's not winter, and he's got sunglasses on, and he's looking shifty, people are going to think he's shifty. Now, let's take Trayvon Martin, put him in a nice little button-down shirt and a pair of nice slacks and a pair of shoes that don't look like they've been walked around in for 45 years, and he takes a little pride in the way he looks. Maybe people will be less likely to think he's a thug if he doesn't fucking look like a thug.
Yeah, because you can buy nice clothes at the thrift store just as much as you can buy.
Yeah, hello, Macklemore. I got $20 in my pocket.
It's a style.
I understand that. But here's the thing. Knowledge is power. So if you know that you're going to be profiled by wearing a hoodie and sweatpants and Nikes, then why would you allow yourself to be put in the position of being profiled? And I know there are a lot of people who say, well, people should be able to wear what they want. They are, but you're going to be judged by the color of the skin. You're going to be judged by how much you weigh. You are going to be judged by the color of your hair. You're going to be judged by the tattoos that you have. You're going to be judged by anything about you that is visible because that's what people
not even visible. Sometimes it's the initially like the people that you hang around with too.
Right.
And you might not even be like them, but they're your friends and they do this or whatever you get judged for that too.
So here's my thing. If you don't want to be seen as a duck, if you don't want people to think you're a duck, then you shouldn't fucking walk like a duck, talk like a duck, act like a duck, and look like a duck. If you want to be a fucking cow, be a fucking cow. Stop being a fucking duck.
Okay.
I agree.
I agree 100%.
Right. So the other thing in the news, we only have a couple minutes before we have to go to break, but the other thing in the news is that Mexico has overtaken the U.S. as the leader in obesity.
Ole!
Beans and rice. Pass them over.
I just think it's crazy amazing.
Do you know why? Because all the people because the only people who are left in Mexico are the people who can't cross the border because they're too fat. That's why they've overtaken their population.
I just think it's
all the skinny people are under the fences and in the river and over the woods to grandmother's house we go. It's the fatties who got left behind.
Well, we all know that obesity is
not an
30
epidemic.
Pounds overweight. And you're considered obese.
Oh, Jesus.
Over the standard weights and measures from like 1960.
Morbidly obese.
Yes.
You're what people would call morbidly obese, that your fat will kill you.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I will.
So what do you think about that?
I absolutely hate morbid,
Man, Makes it sound like.
You know what's funny? I had to go to my doctor this week because I got some blood work done, and she actually had my thyroid medicine up too high. And the doctor sitting there, the first thing she said to me, she's like, yeah, well, your blood pressure medicine, yeah, this and that and that. She's like, well, after you lose about 100 pounds, we'll get it down. I said, I don't think so. She looked at me, she's like, why? I said, because at one point I weighed 722 pounds. And so I've lost about 400, and I'm still taking blood pressure medicine. So,
Right.
I mean, what yeah. And then she was like, she started writing shit down. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're like almost there then. We're good then.
My mom is a little tiny Asian woman. I think she's a $125, high blood pressure.
Wet.
Yeah, you can't.
No.
Yeah, but your mom's always stressed out too.
Well,
so.
with my luck, it'll be like hereditary family stuff, and I'll just have it whether I'm 115 or 515. So it is be one of those things that I just have. But yeah, she shut up a little bit after I said I've already lost 400 pounds. So
yeah, that's the thing. They don't ever go back and look at your medical history. They just start going off of what's happening.
She kind of got
today.
surprised. She was like, oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know
Bitch,
that.
look at my medical records.
It's in there. I do want to bring up one thing before we go to break. We are on a royal baby bump watch.
Yes, we are.
A serious royal baby bump watch.
Yes, we are. Hey, you're listening to the Curvaceous Bounty of Sin City on Vegas All Net Radio. Actually, on VegasAllNetRadio.com this week. We'll be right back after these messages from a couple of our favorite shows right here on Vegas All Net Radio. Stay tuned.